any life expectancy data on financial advisors? I have known too many people who died before 60 in the industry.
Wow, Nick, great question. So there's parts of this question that I know, and there's parts that I don't know. So one of the things that I don't know the life expectancy for our financial advisors. I know when I was in grad school that financial professionals were second in their level of suicidality, only to dentists. So dentists were the only people who were more prone to suicide than financial professionals. I also know that in 2008, 2009, Brad Klontz and a couple of his colleagues, who I'm spacing their names, sorry colleagues, but they did a survey of financial professionals, and they looked at the incidence of PTSD, anxiety, and depression among financial professionals. 93%. 93% of financial professionals showed clinical levels of anxiety, depression, or PTSD coming out of the great financial crisis. So, I talked early in this conversation about how I left the world of psychotherapy because I was taking my work home with me. Well, financial advisors are, in a very real sense, therapists, right? I mean, they experience secondary PTSD like stuff because they are this barrier between a client and a bad decision. And in a very real sense, their job is to absorb the angst and frustration and fear of 100 clients, every time we have a March of 2020, and it's out of their hands. That's the thing that makes it so tricky. One of the things that's most damaging for your mental health is uncertainty and lack of control. And so here's an advisor who's doing everything right? Like planning, helping clients, educating clients. And then COVID comes along and wham, like you did nothing wrong. Suddenly your business is down a third. Every one of your clients is upset, and it's no fault of your own. And so I don't know the life expectancy data on financial advisors, but I do know that there's data to suggest that many financial advisors should be seeking professional help, that I think that they should be working with a therapist to sort of help offload some of this, because if you're doing it right, it's candidly can be quite heavy. Like it can be quite stressful, I think, if you're doing it right. So yeah,
what a great conversation. That's like, because you're so right. Like everything's fine of February of last year, and then you just happen to have one or two clients that are literally about to turn the spigot on in retirement. And then this whole thing happens, and just horrible timing. And you're shouldering all that weight.
Yep.
You've been 6 months in cash, and maybe you could have used 12. Like, again, you really think you're doing the right things, but could you have prepared for that situation?